Greetings, PHENYX Pro enthusiasts. My name is Bob, and today I'm going to take a look at the PHENYX Pro MA-H1. The PHENYX Pro MA-H1 is a polycarbonate microphone holder. It's got 8 slots. It's made out of a hard polycarbonate plastic material. I'll be replacing a metal material version microphone holder that I have that only has 7 slots. And interestingly enough, this unit actually has some additional features. It's got 8 cable slots with varying sizes. So first of all, we're going to take a look and unbox the thing. Simple packaging, no tape or anything holding it. You can undo it. Reading some things on the box. Basically, it's crafted from a durable polycarbonate material. Holder can hold up to 8 microphones, max 15 kilograms, without bending or deforming. It comes with a 3/8 to 5/8 thread adapter, so you can put it on tripod stands for filming, round base stands, and desktop round base stands for different versatile setups. And it also has 8 cable slots, like I said, with clip sizes of 0.5, 0.7, and 0.9 centimeters for keeping different cables, microphone cables, guitar cables, safe and secure and up out of your way when you're setting up. So if you got a church worship team or you have karaoke night where you're going to be using a lot of different microphones, something like this is certainly great and useful. You can put it on a single microphone stand. The thumb screw in the adapter, the thread adapter, the 5/8 to 3/8, simple finger pressure. It's got the notch in the little adapter. We're going to take a look at that there. There's a little notch at the end of the adapter. You can put a coin or something like that in there to take that out, but it just took some simple finger pressure. I'm going to replace this out on the existing microphone stand that I have, and we'll be right back. Take a look at that. Let's bring this into the field of view over here. So this is my current, we're going to say no-name brand adapter. Now, one thing about the existing one that I have, this is obviously not a review of that, but one thing that you'll notice is that there are these little, because it's a metal stand, it actually has these little rubber grommets inside the holes to keep the microphones from getting scratched up. Problem is, these things have no adhesive, glue, or anything. They just pop off. You end up losing them. So one thing right off the bat, you can see I've got a couple on this microphone here. We have a couple of different PHENYX microphones here, handsets for the different units, and even the 1/4-inch PHENYX unit. So a couple different microphone styles. One thing that I did notice on this other, we'll say no-name brand, the footprint's a little bit smaller because it is kind of a triangle, and it does have a little locking nut. This may or may not be useful, but this little locking nut on top of the stand itself looks like it actually threads and unthreads, and it has a little locking nut to hold it in place. Like I said, this one's super portable. I'm not going to show you the brand of it, but it's metal construction. We're going to be replacing it here because we're going to be getting one more microphone slot. We actually have also in this dial here in the center of the multi-mic holder, you'll see written in Roman numerals the different 1 through 8 positions, so you could have your microphones numbered and make sure that they always get back to their appropriate slot as well, although I don't think a lot of us can probably do Roman numerals very quickly. So we're gonna see first impressions. We're gonna go ahead and try to spin this thing on there, see if it threads on. It's not finding that it's threading very easily so far, so let's take a look at that. I'm giving myself a little bit more runway. There we go. Threading pretty easily. Now keep in mind what some of us will do with these microphone stands, especially if we got a quick karaoke gig or something that we're going out and doing. We may leave all our microphones on there, tilt this up in the car, and travel with this. I'm thinking that this is not as durable, potentially could break. And also with out there being any sort of locking nut or anything on the top, it could unthread itself. So these are just some things to keep in mind. Like I said, I am going to get some benefit out of having another slot for another microphone, but that's just something to keep in mind. I may use my retaining nut from the old one and put that on top just to give it a little bit of extra. But you know, as of right now, I want to do it out of the box, give a complete unbiased review. Obviously, I am a fanboy of PHENYX Pro. You can see with the clothing and attire here, but that's neither here nor there. Ultimately, what I want to do is see if this will work. So we're going to go ahead and just throw the microphones in there. Interesting. They don't slide down as far. It seems like the slots are a single size that maybe, in my opinion, I don't know. The thinner microphones, the PT AU microphones, slip all the way down. And the other PHENYX Pro microphones here, they do slip all the way down. I'm finding, however, that the majority of my mics that come from the PTU 7000s, they're only going down part way. Maybe I'll like that, maybe not, and it doesn't seem consistent. They're different. Like I'm trying to push down, and some are going down further than others. It says durable material, but I'm already seeing this thing kind of bend under the pressure of these mics. So we'll see. And I also kind of hear it scratching. I don't know if I really like that, going in and out of the holders. But that's kind of what you have here. I do have a wired microphone that you can also, the mics can go in there while the wires are attached, and they come out because they're not fully closed slots. You can just bring the cords in and out of there like that. And then also we could potentially take this cord and, okay, so the big slot, the 0.9 centimeters too big, you can go all the way down to the smallest slot and actually have this thing hold on to a cable. So, before you're plugging some things in, maybe you just want to get these ends out of the way, but keep them off the floor so you're not doing something like stepping on your ends or whatever. So you can kind of get the ends of your XLR cables, your guitar cables, and that sort of thing out of the way. Seems like the bulk of my cables will likely be the smallest size, but again, it's something unique. But there we go, fully outfitted, fully loaded unit. Like I said, durability wise, even the simple weight and pressing on these things, I can see this thing kind of bend and flex. And I don't know if I would necessarily feel comfortable having this maybe in my vehicle as I'm traveling, and holding the microphones up like that. I mean, if it hits something and bumps something, it feels like it could potentially break with certainly much less pressure than this hard metal construction here. But again, there are some benefits. There's no cable holders here. If cable management is big on your list of things that you like to do as you're setting up, and also just the sheer annoyance of these little metal or these little rubber holders coming out. I mean, certainly there's some benefit, but as you could hear, super loud, scratchy sound as mics are going in and out. This thing, you hear a little bit. Okay, but the holes are a little bigger. You can get down a little bit further. They hold the microphones a little bit more secure. They hold them kind of at the same level because the holes are big enough to get all the way down there. So again, to me, I'd say the biggest thing that I hear right off the bat that's probably going to bug me is because of that polycarbonate material, you hear that scraping sound. And, if you're somebody that's dealing with sound all night, doing karaoke, doing DJ gigs, doing church worship, people getting those scraping sounds, putting microphones in and out of the holder. I don't know if you can hear that because I'm actually wearing a microphone lanyard around my neck, but to me, it just doesn't sound like the type of thing that, yeah, there's some benefit here. I'm certainly going to try it out, going to bring it out in the field and test it out. But first impressions, again, I'm not getting paid or anything. They did, in all full disclosure, send me this unit to review, to give an honest review of the unit, and that's what I'm doing. And I will say right now, it doesn't seem durable. I don't really like the flex. I don't like the Roman numerals. I think most of us Western numerals are probably easier to read as far as spots. They could also maybe make the text a little bit bigger so that if you're going to have numbered slots, you might as well have big numbers there. There's a lot of real estate available. So, and the slots seem a little too small. The microphones, in my opinion, stand up a little too high. Some people may like that. You pick it up easier. You have less travel to come in and out of. But if you don't have that scraping noise, you're not really worried about that sort of thing on your existing stand. So, and then finally, like I said before, not having that little lock nut to hold the thing in place probably means if you're traveling with this fully outfitted, it could unravel potentially and cause you some heartache. So there's my unbiased review of the PHENYX Pro PT, no, everything starts with the PT. The PHENYX Pro MA H1 multi-microphone holder. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it.